What is going on, everybody? Welcome here to the mall that once was. This is Monmouth Mall in Eatontown, New Jersey. This is 2024, April 13th. Guys, I am 43 years old and I grew up at this mall. This mall was where I spent many the Friday, Saturday nights. You couldn't come into this building without it being packed with children, kids, teenagers, all partying, having a good time, running amok. Every store was open. It was just an important part of my life growing up. And I really have a lot of memories at this mall. This mall was, a part of me growing up as a child. My mother loved to shop. Right there was the old Auntie Anne's I used to work at right there. I believe that was either a Lord & Taylor or a Macy's. When I was younger, this used to be a KB Toys. I think maybe a children's place was next to it. The KB Toys was there forever. I used to love shopping there. At one point, that was a old jewelry place, and then it was bought out by a cell phone repair fix-it place, I think it was. It's just very sad to see this mall is completely gone from such an impressive platform to a ghost town. And I used to feel that way about Ocean County Mall, and now I feel that way about Monmouth Mall. It's just a depressing scene. I'm surprised they're still keeping the facility open, to be honest with you. I don't understand why the escalators are still working. They did not have any music playing in the mall at all. They did have an arcade and some other stores, but on the top level of the mall and the bottom level of the mall, there is not a single store open any longer. There is just the middle level, which is the only area of the mall that at this point in time still has stores remaining. There is the Boscov's that is still open on the opposite end of the mall. That was the music store down there on the right. I forget what the name of that was. I used to go there for tape cassettes when I was younger. Tape cassettes, guys, come on. I think these guys used to sell like bonsai trees, and back in the day they used to be like a little that mini ice cream place, mini melts or something, Dippin' Dots. We had a couple hair cutters here. I kind of forget at this point what was back here at this time. Jump in at any time to throw out names of the stores you all remember going to here. There was no stroller parking when I was growing up. But it's just crazy. The amount of people that were walking around this mall. And guys, this is 1:00 in the afternoon on Saturday. It's not like it's like a weekday or something like that. Like, just really a dead zone. And I'm not sure what they're going to do with this. I thought they were going to be tearing it down. I don't know. This little center section of the mall here is where Santa Claus would show up, Easter Bunny. I used to take photos with Santa and the Easter Bunny when I was a child there in that location. All different stores. We're going to walk right over to the directory here because I have a feeling this directory has not been updated in many years. So let's quickly take a look at what stores they are telling us are here. Why don't you guys pause this for a second? You could take a look at the stores they have that are no longer here. It was actually an interesting time. This mall really helped form me into who I am today. And that's a lot to say. Yeah, the memories. Yep. Spencer's, I think, was over to the left here. These guys moved. They're still in the middle section. Yeah, that was where I used to go to all these stores. Spencer's was the spot. It was so cool. It's so interesting in here. It's like, why don't they just take this entire mall and turn it into like high class living? People can turn these stores into houses, you know, like, and then like have shopping stores and like food inside. They could totally turn this thing around and make it into like what they did in the Meadowlands there. There was the old lockers. I want to say at its peak, this mall was pushing well over 75 stores. Elevators, escalators, 3 floors, movie theaters, multiple restaurants. There's a couple other buildings on the property as well still that are basically closed down. They've all tried. The Fridays restaurant closed down. And then also keep in mind when you look at that directory, there's a lot of stores from way back in the day that aren't even on that directory. So this is the middle section of Monmouth Mall that we're coming up on. And this is the only part that's still alive. This is where it looks like everyone's being pushed out from where they were on the top and the bottom levels, and they're being pushed over here to this one side. So that kind of leads me to believe that possibly that entire dead section is going to be torn down, and maybe it's just going to be Monmouth Mall from this part over, connecting the Macy's and the movie theater. But I'm not sure. There's a lot of information going around as to what they're going to be doing, stores that are moving, that are closing. According to news, Jared Kushner supposedly purchased this mall and was going to tear it down for housing. That never happened yet. There is one medical building that opened up on the property across the way. That's my wife dropping her muffin. Don't worry, she'll eat it. I'm kidding, she won't eat it. Oh boy, so this is the lively section of the mall. I'm trying not to hold the camera like up in view of people anymore because there's actually like 12 people at this point now in the mall. But the Victoria's Secrets, both of them are still open. Some perfume location. The jewelry place is closed on the corner. There's the Macy's standing strong. And you can just kind of see down this way here. This is just the long walk down to the movie theater. Down towards the movies, there was a few people there, but compared to what it was, it's so empty. It's so sad. Like I said, it's like watching your first home that you grew up in just burn to the ground. It's like you've had so many memories, and now all those memories are just not gonna be there anymore. So this was my way of just kind of going around the mall, looking at things one more time. There's a good chance I'm not coming back to this mall ever again. I kind of want to remember it as I remember it. The good times I had. That was a Hallmark. I love that Hallmark. I love books. There was a bookstore right next door. I bought a lot of Christmas presents at that Hallmark for my mom. You got the Old Navy up here on the right, which is still open. No clue how that's even managed to happen. And the food court is completely dead. The only thing that's open now here in the food court is a Burger King, a Master Walk, and then some food fusion place in the corner. But everyone who's sitting down is eating a Burger King right now. This is the last hurrah of Monmouth Mall right here. This is the most excitement you're gonna see, the most lights. That's the Old Navy. No idea how the hell they're still open. The AMC movie theaters. We got a small little arcade over here. And that's Monmouth Mall, guys. Peace.